Hello and welcome to Gru's Garage. Today we're going to take a look at the Toyota Tacoma and some of the features you may not know about and the location of some of the things. This model here is the 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport 4x4 4-door long bed with the premium package. This is also going to apply on a lot of the models of the 2023 Tacoma as far as the things you may not know. So first off, we're going to look up front here at our grille. This is obviously the Heritage grille. However, your front sensor, if you have the sensor technology package, is going to be right here. This is for your distance in between other cars on cruise control, which is adjusted to the steering wheel. If you have the honeycomb style grille that just has a Toyota logo in the center, it's at about 4-inch circle, that logo is actually your front sensor. Let's go over to the rear and talk about some more of the sensors since we are talking about sensors. If you have the blind spot monitoring, and now I know this is an aftermarket bumper, however, on your factory bumper, you're going to have plastic end caps right here that'll either be color matched or black. Right under that corner mount is going to be your blind spot monitoring sensor. You can see it is exposed here. And then for the blind spot monitoring, the way that works is you turn it on with the button located right here. The BSM button stands for blind spot monitoring. And when that works, if someone is in your blind spot, your mirrors, driver and passenger, you can see, if I can get the angle right, there you go. You can see a little mark that will light up yellow when someone is in your blind spot. That is how that works. Also with sensors here on the rear, you'll notice on your factory bumper these little black circles. There is 4 of them. That is going to be for your backing up. So on your dash, when you go to back up, you'll see a little curve that as you get closer to objects will light up and it'll eventually start beeping. That is on your factory bumper. This aftermarket bumper does include those locations, and it is made by Chassis Unlimited. It is their Octane series. Works with all the sensors on the technology package. Your rear view camera is mounted right here in your tailgate handle. And then you also have a lock. The lock works with your key. And your key is going to be located inside your key fob here. The top part that connects, right here, there's a little push button. You push it in, that'll release. That is your key. That can be used to manually unlock your doors if your remote fob quits working. It's also what you use to manually lock your tailgate. And then that just reinserts down into your key fob and clicks in. Another little thing you may not know, it's simple, and most vehicles this works. But a lot of people talk about their gas cap lid. A lot of people buy custom holders right here, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. However, your factory gas cap has it built in. Where the little squiggly line is in there, you just simply take it and clip it in to your clip that holds the door shut. And now your gas cap is not going to be touching on your paint. And that just simply pops right out. Now we're going to look at some of the switches on the interior. Everything can be found in your owner's manual, but sometimes a quick video is easier. You have your traction control. This spot is empty because I had a toggle switch and I removed, and it was an open port on my truck. Here is your rear cab light. You have off setting, middle is automatic with the doors, and then manually on. Your auto high beams, and then your power inverter. You'll have 400 watts or 100 watt depending on if you're idling and running or if the ignition itself is on. Where that is located will be in your bed on the passenger side here, right there. Your rear cab lights, here's one, and then the other one is behind my accessory panel, and then the third one is simply in the center of the cab. Now my model did not come with these side ones installed. It was an aftermarket add-on. I do have a video for that. However, cool thing to note is the cutouts were already there. There was just a plastic cap on it, and right behind your headlight where the wiring is, it was already pre-wired for this. So you simply pulled a clip out and it was ready to plug and play. Get back to our interior here. You got your simple window locks, door unlock, all your windows, your controls for your mirrors, so left, off, and right. Coming back up in, we'll start with the left knob, your typical high beams, auto, off, and then your center one adjusts here, and that off and on is for your fog lights. Your start stop button as well as ignition, four-wheel drive, hazard blinking lights, temperature climate control, rear view window defrost, as stated earlier, your blind spot monitoring, your ECT power, that kind of works like a tow haul, and it's also a little bit more responsive on the pedal. It'll delay your shifting as well. Parking sensor, rear sliding window for the models that have it, and here is your CarPlay. So this is a USB style jack, and if you have the JBL system for Android or Apple CarPlay, you plug it in there and it'll connect. This is your touchless charger. For the models that have in the center console here, there's the contactless charging for your cell phone devices, and a regular outlet for 12-volt plug-in. Heated seats, the rest of your climate control, AC, front defrost, and then it does have this syncing so you can do either driver's side, passenger side, or both at the same time. Alright, now we're going to look at a few of the basic controls on your radio here. This one is the JBL Premium Package. You have your home setting, which has a little bit of a map, the time, your audio settings, phone numbers if you have them programmed, signal, and battery. This is also configurable. You can change the home screen how you want it. You can go down to your menu. You have your destination, audio, phone, apps, projection, info, and setup, as well as your display. Your audio, you have your AMs, FMs, satellite radio, USB, and Bluetooth. Also in here you will find your controls for your bass and treble. Your map, you can zoom in. I will say I found this to not be super accurate, however there may be updates needed. Your volume control, you push it to shut audio off. Your station control, apps, tracks, phone, and then on your steering wheel controls here, you have volume up, volume down, track forward, track back. Now it's kind of reverse of what you would think. Volume is on the side, skipping is on the tops. Your mode, answer phone, hang up phone. Your lane departure, it'll cause a beeping. Your distance with the cruise control, this will change through your display here, and then your cruise control itself is in the back. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and show some of the dash here. We turn on the ignition, you get tons of annoying beeping, and it'll also tell you when your door is ajar. It says a check charging system because the truck is not running. And now let me start it up to show you some of the features in here. Cool little display at the start, and you can also change your background color different colors. You have your speed, distance till empty, your odometer, your lane departure, pre-collision assistance and settings, messages if you have any, such as oil change due, tire pressure. This does take a few moments to register and calibrate, so it's not going to be on there immediately when you start the vehicle. You go up, you have your departure settings, your music for audio, it'll tell you what you're playing, your compass, and then your basic info. Again, this one is set right now on the distance till empty. You go down, it'll show your average fuel mileage as well as the real-time display while driving. It's a little chart. The distance that you have been driving total for the trip since you started the vehicle, as well as the time elapsed for that trip. Time until rest, it basically reminds you to give yourself and the truck a break after so many hours. And then messages, like I said, that'll say if your oil's due to be changed. And you can go through down to your settings, your language, units. You can program driving information, pop-up display. You can go to accent color, There's a darker blue, a tealish color, red, and amber. Right now I have it on red, but say we wanted to select the blue, select it, hit return, and things are going to be in blue now. So that's just a little look at that. All right, and then your glove box. Your glove box can also be locked manually with your key. It comes out of your key fob as shown before. Here on the back, we'll show the storage area. So to pull up your seat, make sure you have area clear down there. Your seat will flip up. This is the storage that you get. Untwists. It's not a lot of room, but you can put things down there such as a hitch, a jacket, a blanket, whatever you want like that. Basic roadside tools. And a cool little feature as well. On your seats, there's a little cutout like pocket up under your seats. You can take your seat belts if you're storing them, the female end, and slide it up in there for storage as such. And you lower your seat back down. You have a little pull here. Pull it up, that'll drop it forward. Here's your back storage. Now I have a jacket and a blanket in here. If you have the factory subwoofer, that is where it is located, right here. So again, not a lot of room. If you do not have the subwoofer, there is more room. So another thing I want to show here is if you want your seats down to be able to store more stuff, so you flip these up and you go to bring your back down. Obviously your headrest will not clear. You can see here that your headrest is in the way. So what you do, you lift up to remove them. It'll toggle, push this detent. It'll pull your headrest out. That goes on all three of them. And then you can take them, turn them sideways, and there's little slots here in the back of the seat that you sit on. You can insert these downward as such. And once you do that to both sides, this will come down and lay flat. It's a little storage solution for your headrest. When you're done, they pop out, reline them back up, insert them in. Just make sure you don't have them backwards as that. And then it'll lock back into place and drop down. And that is a look at the rear seats. All right, so if you have the crew cab for AC or heat in the back, you will notice you do not have vents in your center console. However, I apologize, it's getting dark here. Under your floorboards, right here and here, let's see if the focus will pick that up. There are vents for the floor. So you put on a floor setting and you will get heat on the driver and passenger side to the rear of your vehicle. So that is just a few of the basic looks of the 23 and 22 Tacoma. Like I said, this one is a 22. However, these features are also on the 23. I have tons of other videos on this truck of the modifications and reviews. Feel free to watch those. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, drop them down below. I'd love to hear your opinions and hear what you'd like to see in a video. I always appreciate people subscribing. Likes and shares are totally welcome. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And thanks for watching Guru's Garage. Y'all have a great day.